An empty parking lot is the last thing that you want to see at an airport, but that's been the reality for almost all of our smaller airports across the country for the last 12, 13 months since COVID hit. The pandemic has absolutely wiped out tons of travel. Passengers are almost non-existent, and the industry is crying out for some help.
Yeah, at our boom last year when we had all of our airlines with their full service, we were between 25 and 30 departures daily. So today we have one.
And is that similar with what we're seeing across the industry, Mike?
Yeah, I was just looking at the stats yesterday. On average, over the last 12 months, airports are down. They're operating at about 11% of their passenger volume from coast to coast, and they are only forecasting a modest increase this year and maybe do 15 to 17% of the normal volume for 2021. So it's way down. And I mean, airports, the estimate of lost revenue to airports in Canada over the pandemic is $5.5 billion. And the other figure that I saw was that airports are going to incur another $2.8 billion in debt to fund their operations during the pandemic. So it's pretty sorry times. So our strategy at the airport has been to be a lower cost airport with excellent service and excellent facilities, and that's the elements that we've taken on that's made us successful. So we're not deviating from that approach. That is, we're in a very competitive market. We've got Toronto, Detroit, Kitchener, Hamilton, an abundance of airports around us. We found our niche, and as I described it, and we're going to emerge out of this pandemic with that still intact. I mean, we're in regular contact with our airlines, recently with both WestJet and Air Canada, and they, as you can imagine, I mean, they want aircraft in the air again. So they are seeing some level of pickup in demand for air travel, and that's caused them to start bringing back service. I think it really kicks in mid-June, where we're starting to see some flights added back. The forecasters say we will not get back to 2019 levels of travel until in 5 years from now, so it could be 2025, 2026. It's going to depend on the airport. It's going to depend on the service that's at a particular airport. So we're optimistic it will be faster than that, but it's at this point it's anybody's guess. I mean, we've been at the bottom too long and we're depleting our reserves too much, but if we get modest recovery with the measures that we've taken to reduce our expenditures, we'll be able to crawl back and get into a cash positive situation and turn this thing around. But it's a scary proposition at this point.